want you to just like sit down and eat. He's like, no, I want to see how the service goes.
Yeah.
So he just sat in the back of the kitchen, like just standing there. And I'm like, you can't like blend in. Like everyone knows it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't your night, but you're here and you're like, hey man, do it up.
He's
You
awesome.
know, he had a C. But I remember he had a pickled salsa fion with juniper puree.
Yeah,
it was like a juniper yell, and I remember
lingonberries, I think it's
yeah, I remember the guy who came with him didn't bring something. He was like,
I know what he's gonna have.
He was like, you telling me we got on a plane and we flew 14 hours without this in the bag? No, it's like
he's a one-liner as well.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
I love him.
Yeah, his food is awesome, man.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
He has I
had good style.
Just great memories from him. I love when watching people like him. He back in the days he was crazy like many other people, and I just loved watching that. Not that I love seeing someone get angry, but it's just stuff like that. Thinking back of that today, it's just fun for me. He was great. I had a great time there. But yeah,
he's passionate, you know.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like his name is on the door.
Yeah.
So when you fuck up his thing, they're not gonna think about you. They're gonna think about him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, of course you could be upset,
Yeah.
you know.
I remember all the time it was something bad or something wrong. Oh, clean the kitchen.
Clean the kitchen again.
Again. It's like,
we just cleaned it. No, clean it again.
Do it.
Yeah.
No, so he let me. I mean, obviously go home and then it was just like too much, and then the doctor said it would get worse, and then I was like, fuck, I can't just go and work 6 days a week and then on my only day off take the bus home 5 hours.
Yeah, that's wild.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I really have to go. Like, I can't do this. But then a couple of months later, it was much. I mean, she was so young; she was like 25 back then, and she was all fine after that. It went away, and she got all healthy. So yeah, I'm happy for that. But I think it would be harder, if I would just stay there and kept working, and if it would get worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stayed home for a little bit, and then a friend of mine had a couple of restaurants in a town, maybe 2-3 hours away, which was much closer. And I got like a good position there where I can, work more weekdays, and I can go home on the weekends and, really hang out with my family.
Yeah.
So that worked well, but I was there for like a very short while, and then Frantzen called and asked if I could get a job. Wanted to get a job there. I was like, oh yeah, why not? So I was like, okay, I guess I'm moving to Stockholm. Mm-hmm. And then I stayed there for like 4 or 5 years, and yeah.
So that wasn't your plan to stay there for long?
No, I mean, obviously I wanted to stay, as long as possible in the restaurant. I don't like when people just get in and out,
Yeah, for sure.
It's not good.
I think you need at least 2 years.
Yeah.
I think.
To learn the whole restaurant.
To really get the whole restaurant. Yeah.
It doesn't look good for anyone. Like, if I'm going to hire a chef
6
that's been
months.
on 6 months on 10 restaurants, then I'd rather take someone that's been 5 years on one. Two. Yeah,
exactly.
Much better.
Sometimes I beat myself up because I'm like, man, I've only worked at 4 restaurants my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, how much time did you spend there?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
over 5 years, you know, at most of them. So it's like,
I mean, just like what do you learn? And even if it's the world's best restaurant, what do you learn in 2 weeks? Yeah, you see herbs and small stuff. You
There's
you
so
never
much
see the whole
more.
picture. Yeah, there's so much
picture,
more.
yeah. The artisans get to meet people. Like,
it takes a long time to master something.
Oh, for sure.
And so I ended up there staying a long time, and it was awesome people there. And we were the same team. We were 5 like core team for all those years, like best friends, which was great. Everyone did everything for the other people, for the other persons. So it was always awesome to go into work, and we hanged out when we were off. It was us 5, like that's it, and we just made it work in that little shoebox. And then we shut down for.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. What are you smoking, man?
He did this in front of his mother.
That's okay.
He threw me under the bus in front of his mom, knowing that she doesn't like weed.
Who?
This one.
Yeah.
Your mom doesn't like
When she
weed?
came to visit, I was hiding
Extremely
it the whole
illegal
time.
in Sweden.
Like death penalty illegal?
No, not that, but it's prison.
Because in Singapore, they became
Yeah,
for that shit.
They execute people every
They straight
second.
execute
I think
you.
every Monday, every second week.
Yeah.
For
Every Monday? Is that what you said?
What?
Yeah, the first day of the week, every second week, I think it is.
For what?
Yeah.
In Singapore or in Sweden?
Singapore.
They execute people.
They execute people there. Yeah, I'm serious.
Monthly basis.
Yeah, monthly basis, yeah.
Let's get
Yeah.
this right. While you're paying for Netflix, people getting murked out in Singapore. Damn. I did not know that. That's wild.
Yeah, they're apparently very strict about it. I have people living there, and they say that, you know, I mean, the crime rate is pretty low, but they're still talking about, you know, some riot back in, I don't know, 95 or something. That was the big thing, apparently. I don't know. That's just what I heard.
This dog is amazing.
Yeah, she wanna get your beard there.
She's such a mob.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's awesome.
Bella.
Bella. So tell me about Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn he's a great friend. He was he's a little bit hard to, I think, get to know. But I mean, after a while, and when you showed him
that you have what it
that
takes.
you have what it takes, and you respect him, and I mean, I guess it's like everyone. You know, some people it just takes longer time to become friends with them.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, after a year or two, then everyone was really close, and you can really chat as friends. But still, work is work, and you have to respect that. And
yeah, for sure.
I think everything with Frantzen is great. Met so many good people there and learned so much.
Yeah.
And
what were the stations like there?
I mean, since it was such a small restaurant, so we had like one on stove or hot section, and like 2 or 3 on the pass. Like 1 was expediting, and 2 were just like kind of plating. Oh, I think it was 3 actually. 1 pastry, and 1 canapé section, and 1 was on the pass with the expediter and plating, hot food. And then we had like a small amount of stagiaires that was working both, prep and service. So it was in general a very small team. The restaurant was the size of this room basically. Like,
oh wow!
That was it. Plus prep kitchen that was half the size.
Yeah.
So this was it. It was, I don't know how many square feet, but it was like 90 square meters.
Whoa.
So
those are the best kitchens.
Oh yeah, it was great. You had
tight. You learn how to work organized because you have to.
I had this section. I had my salamander up in my face. Basically, you had 4 like burners, like 2. You had like just for like plating and organizing stuff on your section, and then you had like 2 that actually 1 that you were frying on, 1 like more like keeping warm stuff.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what's going on. When you hear, it's just like you just hear the tickets. You know what's going on. Okay, this guy's getting this now. Okay, let's fire the fish, or let's
That's cool.
It's awesome when you have everything within
arms
reach.
Yeah, you could
it's
literally
so good. Yeah,
somebody's plating, you could just turn their fish for them.
Exactly. Yeah,
Just,
and you have
you
have your drawer with your mise en place. It's great.
Yeah,
that was a really really good time. And
so comparative to that kitchen, Noma's was much larger.
Oh yeah, much larger. And it was like more production, I would say. More. I mean, at Frantzen it was as much a la minute we could do basically. Yeah. I mean, obviously a lot of stuff prepared, and in that little shoebox of a restaurant, I remember the extraction system was so bad. So frying, let's say 1 scallop, then smoking the whole kitchen.
Oh,
yeah, it was so bad.
It was one of those, all right.
Yeah, so we were very limited of. But we made it work, like going out on the street and barbecuing, and in the middle of town.
That's what you do, yeah.
Yeah, and then neighbors complaining about noise and smoke and whatever. But it was just like, let's do it. Who cares? Yeah. But then after a while, it was just like, we can't take this place any further. Let's just. And they got an offer, I think, on a new spot more downtown, which was 10 times the size, with 4 floors and R&D kitchen, big prep kitchen, bigger restaurant, lounge, everything. So that was great. It was supposed to be I think a 6-month break, but it ended up being like a year and a half, I think. And they asked us like, "Do you want to stay?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I want to stay." So everyone stayed. Everyone said like, "If you stay, I'm gonna stay." So everyone stayed. But during that time when we closed, everyone went out on different kind of journeys through Frantzen, basically. So like me and Max, one of the chefs, we went to Macau in Asia and did a pop-up there for a couple of months in a luxury hotel. So we did like a 12-seat restaurant, 4 days a week, just cooking signature dishes from Frantzen. That was very fun, actually. It was a cool trip.
Cool.
Some people went to Hong Kong, opening one restaurant there. Some stayed in Stockholm. It was a little bit everywhere. So yeah, that was a great year. And that's also when I ended up at Kong Hans the first time in Copenhagen.
Okay.
I went for an internship there. So I've just seen them, and they looked like their food looked awesome, like classic and cool, tasty food. So I did intern there, this was just a couple of months before we're gonna start work for Frantzen, and they offered me a sous chef job. And I said yes, but I promised them I need to stay at least, a couple of months at Frantzen to open it up at least. So I stayed the year out there, the 6 months, and then I left, in December. I think 2017 or 18. To move to Denmark. I ended up in your kitchen.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
So and then you told me that was the first time you had worked with Lundgaard.
I mean, I did an internship for 2 months, but that was the first, actually with him. And it's pretty cool with him because correct me if I'm wrong, but I think most other chefs, they come with, many of the bigger chefs, they are not really cooking too much. They bring head chefs, sous chefs. Yeah. Marcus actually, he's like a line cook. He goes there and I'm gonna butcher all this shit by myself or do the sauces or whatever. And that's pretty cool with him because he loves to be in it. Yeah, he loves to be in it, and he's, I think, still to this day.
No, he wanted to serve the tartare. He was the one that was up there putting the deer through the the grinder.
No, but I think still to this day he's still the one at the restaurant that makes all the sauces and stuff. He's really good at that. He has so much knowledge in everything. I think in general, I think he's deserving more kind of not fame, but people. Yeah, he deserves more recognition.
No, for sure.
Yeah, he's a great guy, great chef.
Does he have any other restaurants or just that one?
No, just that one.
Got you. Now, during the pandemic, they closed or?
They just closed today as well, again, for the second wave. Yeah, they have to shut down all the restaurants again. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, we just went down. We just went to that, right?
Yeah, like last week, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, up there in Napa, no.
No?
Oh, you guys are
not
under a
yet.
different mandate?
Basically, they're leaving it up to the county level.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't closed.
Oh, sure.
I talked to my mom in Connecticut, and she's like, "No, we're good. We're in phase 3. Like, we're moving on. We're almost done."
Oh.
I'm like, "Fuck yes."
Crazy how different it is
Yeah,
from state
I
to
know.
state, from
That's wild.
country to country.
But you got a lot of people in Connecticut. It's blue. Everyone wears their mask. There's not really a lot of, doubt.
Older state.
Yeah,
Michael
exactly.
Bolton lives there.
Yeah, Michael Bolton. Shout out to Michael Bolton.
Yeah. I love it.
Not the character from Office Space.
Oh my God.
Singer.
Also known as Michael Bolton. He's like, that fucking guy took my damn name.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
How long did you stay at Lundgaard's place?
Oh, that was like a little bit more than a year, I think. Then I met this my
That's
wife.
when you met me, and you were like,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. No, it was we were. I think when we met first. No, I think we started talking in February. That was like 2 months after the 12 days.
Yeah.
In December there, and then we talked for like 6 months, and then she came over, and then we moved
In November.
Oh yeah, so yeah, not even it was like a year exactly almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the reason. Yeah, it was obviously a lot for her, but then also just when we started talking, and I just started work at Kong Hans, me and Marcus from Frantzen, the head chef, we started talking about maybe do something in America because he lived in New York before and ran Aquavit in New York, the 2-star.
Yeah.
And then he has his daughter here, and she moved to LA then with her mom. Mm-hmm. And Marcus was like, probably want to move to LA. And then I told him about her, about Mia, and that okay, but let's do it because I also have a good reason for that, and let's open something in LA. And yeah, we've been just working back and forth with different projects, and we had investors, but then they pull out, and then we had investors again, and then pandemic started, and we almost bought a location, and it's just been up and down here and there. But now we feel like next year it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. At least start the project and hopefully opening late next year if the pandemic and everything is
subsided by then.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's the big plan now, and that's what we talked about now for like 3 years.
Yeah, it'll probably go till next summer.
Yeah, hopefully.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just kind of sucks when you're focused on something and then when you're so close to kind of get the ball started, the ball start rolling, then some stuff hit the fan.
Yeah, man.
It's
The rug's been pulled out from under us for
yeah.
a long time.
And I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one in this situation. I think it's a whole world.
I mean,